Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady.
Ну что, всех приветствую на своем канале. Мы продолжаем наше дальнейшее расследование. У нас по-любому здесь какой-то серийник. Поэтому будем искать, будем искать.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
This guy's got a screw loose.
И у нас уже все помечено. Погнали.
Did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention. Hey!
Начало отличное. Да, ё-моё.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. We might get along after all.
Ты где-то наверху. Выходим из туннеля. Опять в горе где-то. Или чё? Туда поехал, что ли? Подвинься. Давай сюда. Ай. Стопы, стопы. Сюда. Стоять. Вон нас уже ждут. Ничего себе тут толпа. Здесь явно что-то весело.
I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy has been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex.
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry and of Elizabeth Short, for that
matter? So you
matter?
don't believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Так точно, босс.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
Так, и чё?
Detective, I was first on scene.
Куда будем двигать?
So what's going on over there?
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Опять? Да, блин, достали вы.
Look at your
Опа,
mark.
ну.
Very distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Соответственно, я так понимаю, и вот эта рука.
What's this mark? Cut on a finger. Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
Угу. А это что?
Looks like she was tied up. It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Да, ё-моё. Мне вот эта татуировка интересна.
Stomping angle in the Henry case. Was it reported in the press? Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Понятно.
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal. Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
Угу. Все ушли, а мы куда дальше? Ну, как обычно, сумочка. Ассоциация учителя.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by R&I?
Back in a second.
Баболса.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
Detectives, R&I says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. And have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Ну, как всегда, следы.
You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
Так, куда нам пойти-то? Где-то что-то надо еще смотреть. Где этот? Вот он. Нет, не он. Что-то я тут немного не пойму.
So hey, what's going on over there?
Странно. Ладно, пошли к машине. Где машина-то? По-моему. Дом Моллеров. Угу. Погнали. Надеюсь, я все нашел.
Still might be some play in the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If it doesn't work out then.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? Don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Стоять, стоять, стой, стой, стой. Блин.
Gently.
Да. А мне сюда и надо. Не надо было съезжать, ну ладно. Погнали дальше. Пока нас не подпрыгли ни на какое другое задание. Тот, чтобы не сгладить. Как обычно, по пути. Тут дорога закрыта. Прикольно. Извиняюсь. Извиняюсь. Опа. Нормально все. Поехали. У нас спецзадание. У нас серийный убийца. Дайте проехать. И мне кажется, этот серийный убийца затянется на большое количество серий. Так, где-то здесь. Паркуемся. Ну чё, кто первый? Ладно, давай я. Уже не привыкать, так скажем.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle L.A.Noire?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Естественно, я скоро вернусь. Сейчас только бабло найду, по карманам рассую. И вернусь. Ты пока сиди, отвлекай.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
Work boots. Size 8.
Ну, ноги одинаковые, без изменений.
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
Угу.
No sign of a wedding ring. What do you think?
Я думаю, нам достаточно улик.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Could try.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff. Daddy should be on his way.
You seem reluctant to talk about her jewelry.
It's a touchy subject with Daddy. He thought she wasted too much money on her appearance.
Тут я опять не угадал. Да.
Daddy should be on his way.
Ладно, поехали дальше.
Yesterday afternoon, I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Так, я уже в одном не попал. Это плохо.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Muller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
You should come clean if you're having an affair, or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my
Че,
wife.
опять бойня, что ли,
Daughter is in the
будет?
next room, Muller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
Нет.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
О, какая-то мадам орёт. Можно мы пройдем? Спасибо.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Muller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Muller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Muller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
А, начинается.
No shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Лежать. Опа-на.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Объяснишь.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the cat.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family?
Это
Grandparents?
что-то здесь не то.
call Aunt Helen, but She lives in Bakersfield and...
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
I think his name's Phelps. I read about him in paper.
Galloway, Homicide Division.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Go
ahead, Detective Unit.
How can I help,
Did we get Ray Pinker and a technical
I need an
services
address on a
team to
Belmont
house
High School.
130 North Bonnie
Checking
Brain
for you,
Street.
Detective.
Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young
Belmont
lady.
High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks.
This guy's got a screw loose. Goddamn Bruins are having a season from hell.
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available.
Ого.
Got it, KGPL.
Has that just been paid look about it?
И куда поехать? Морг или школа? Поехали в морг.
KTI Radio presents national news from Washington.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, fellas. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed.
Это не показатель нифига.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony.
Может быть и не
Occam's
новый.
razor. The simplest explanation is most likely.
А, ну да, в принципе, всегда
You
и
could
новый
have
муж.
said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. Try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that?
Причем я смотрю, это
Blame the
уже
guy that's banging
истина.
her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Any Central unit of possible 288 at Belmont High School, 1575 West 2nd Street. Stand by for further unit to handle. Identify code 2.
11K to KGPL. We'll take the 288. Go ahead with the further.
Where'd you learn how to drive?
One night bomb around, standing in the air, locked up the barnyard with the greatest of care. Down in the penthouse, something stirred when he shouted, "Who's there?" This is what he heard. There ain't nobody here but us chickens. There ain't nobody here at all. So calm yourself, stop that fussing. There ain't nobody here but us.
Блин, надо было надо там сворачивать. Ладно, что тут проедем. Да, косяк уже, конечно, есть. С одним вопросом я не угадал. Хотел, блин, на 5 звезд пройти игру. Ну не получилось, ё! О, здрасте, мы приехали. Стоять, 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 стоять. Извиняюсь. Да ладно, подумаешь, толкнул чуть-чуть. В GTA бы вообще отряхнулись бы и пошли дальше. А здесь сразу жалобу катать.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Угу. Телефон. Где-то тут. Где телефон? Дайте пройти, блин. Не мешайте. Огнетушитель. Где телефон-то? Тут что ли? Нет. А! Да дайте пройти. Вот он.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. A green 1946 coupe, registered to Mrs. Hugo Muller, has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. Captain Donnelly wants you to head down there immediately to take the school janitor's statement.
Thanks, ma'am.
Угу.
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
We've got to nail this guy.
Okay, if you're finished jawing, we need to get moving.
Ладно, пошли. А чё? Лондонская школа, поехали.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a...
I get the point. Funny job, that. Coroners.
How so?
No, you don't want them to join their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
Так, нам прямо. Я так думаю. Я так думаю. Я не уверен, но я так думаю.
Broadcasting from Los Angeles, California, this is KTI Radio.
Что-то каждое задание все больше и больше запутаннее. Чувствую, я уже на 5 звезд тянуть не буду. Там еще как-то более-менее проще было, здесь уже все. Тут я уже начинаю путаться. Сто пудов вот это задание тоже будет на 3 звезды или 4, не больше. Пятерочку не получим. Да ёп.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Чё у вас тут так всех много?
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here. What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
This was the same man?
I don't know, sir. But I'd like to say yes, but truth is, it was pretty dark.
All right. Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the playground, tries to befriend the children. He was around here last night before the dance.
Is he violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes. There's the son of a bitch now!
Опа.
Hey, you!
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Так, ну-ка уйди.
What do you think? You're a bulldog?
Give him one for me.
There he is, officer.
Стой, сволочь. Ой, догоню, догоню, догоню. Пожалеешь об этом. Вот сразу. Вот он. Да стой ты, я тебе сказал. С зонтами своими все бегают. Стой, сволочь, стой, стой, стой. Ни в какую зараза такая. Стой, я тебе говорю. Оп. Ня. Давай, 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 давай. Блин, нифига.
That's far enough, freak. You move a muscle and you're a dead man.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in.
Вот так вот.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Son,
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you Wookiee motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
Опа.
You're under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
По-моему, это то, что нам нужно.
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm gonna take out my gun, and I'm gonna count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I found that thing in the parking lot.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Так, что у нас тут? Опа. Веревочка.
Skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
Угу.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Тай. Отцепись ты от этого костюма. О.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
Так, телефон. Ёлы-палы, как все замудрено-то. Это капец.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thank you.
Окей. Что у нас тут? Центральное отделение. Поехали. Давай в этот раз ты меня прокатишь.
You can drive.
Один раз прокачусь.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Muller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for it.
Один раз можно воспользоваться. До отделения полиции. В принципе, до отделения полиции, я думаю, можно ездить и чтобы он сам возил. До морга и до отделения полиции. А в остальные места буду ездить сам. Ну, как бы, я думаю, ничего нового я все равно здесь не увижу. В этих местах. Ну что, пойдем. Что тут от нас хотят?
Muller's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Моллер во второй. Этот в первый. Че, кинем жребий, кому первым пойдем? Мне с ними нельзя прогадать. Иначе миссия завалится. Мне нужно с ними по-любому. Как только это сделать? Этот во второй, этот в первый. Ладно, пойдем сюда. Во вторую.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Believe what?
It's a rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler. We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Нет. Погнали дальше. У нас есть еще, по-моему, одна жертва.
Poor guy must be going crazy.
Mouthpiece tore scripts off me at the grand
Captain.
jury. Case got thrown out.
We were on our way
Now
to
the DA
interview
wants
Eli
my
Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
Чего? О,
You look like
здорово.
you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
Сейчас ты выпендриваешься. Сейчас я тебя...
You're maybe 5'5", 5'6" tops, and you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
Do you think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Что-то тут не то.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
You down on your luck, Eli?
I've had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't misplace big yellow letters HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Homeboy like you, Eli, must prefer McGay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie hitching braid. It stays tight.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and then put his coveralls in the trunk.
Кажется, я начинаю понимать.
He strolled out, cool as you like, and I went over and I picked it up.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back in the stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rap. I ain't a killer.
А я что-то в этом сомневаюсь.
Phelps, Galloway, congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys?
Ну, я так понимаю, все правильно?
I think you'll receive a commendation for this
Или
one,
как?
gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
$12, 12, 14, 15. Ну, понятно. Так я и думал, в принципе.
Phelps, we captured 2 regular army. Lieutenant! Phelps, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank.
I'm in charge here, Medier!
Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen? You're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There's no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Get this, Golden Boy actually seems to know what he's doing.
See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we are fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the US because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
Ну, в принципе, как я и думал. Здесь что-то темно, мутно, все такое. Ладно, что же. Будем разбираться в следующих сериях. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Подписываемся, ставим лайки. Всем удачи, всем пока.